From collapsing roller coasters to deadly slides, here are 5 real-life theme park disasters that you can watch, but please do not try at home. The first one is the collapse of the Dragon Wagon at Canopolis. This occurred during the construction phase. One of the ride vehicles was raised up by the chain lift when suddenly it derailed, plummeting 75 feet and crashing into the queue line area. It killed 2 workers instantly and another later died from their injuries. Next, we have the 1984 Great American Scream Machine derailment. This took place at Six Flags Over Georgia. A combination of excessive speed and a malfunction in the ride's computer system caused it to derail. The train continued moving forward without any of its cars. It literally threw riders out like rag dolls. There were multiple fatalities and dozens of serious injuries. Moving on, we have the 1979 Arrow collapse. This happened at the beloved and now defunct Six Flags Great Adventure. For some reason, park guests were allowed to walk under the ride while it was operating. One of the trains came off the track and fell 30 feet onto guests below, killing 2 women and injuring many others. Next is the deadliest roller coaster accident in America. In 1999, the full-size wooden roller coaster known as the Rebel Yell at Kentucky Kingdom derailed after colliding with a stopped train. The last car of the ride went over the top of the overpass, causing it to collapse. 4 people died and many others were injured. And for number 5, we have the deadly drop tower in 2010. An 11-year-old boy was killed and 4 others were seriously injured when the hoist cable on this drop tower snapped. The incident happened at the La Feria de Chapultepec amusement park in Mexico City. The boy fell 30 meters to his death. Now I want to move on to some crazy incidents that didn't result in fatalities. The first one is the Alton Towers derailment. In 2015, a carriage derailed on the Smiler roller coaster at Alton Towers in the United Kingdom. This caused the ride to come to a stop with passengers hanging 85 feet up in the air. They had to be manually unclipped from their restraints. One passenger even defecated in their restraints out of fear. And it is important to note that this roller coaster holds the record for the most inversions of any coaster. Next we have the fire at Hell's Gate in 2018. A fire broke out at the Hell's Gate roller coaster at California's Great America. A man filmed the entire thing and he even used a thermal imaging camera to show how intense the flames really were. Guests were evacuated from the ride, but it quickly spread to nearby attractions. One of them being the popular Gold Striker roller coaster. Dozens of people had to be rescued from that ride alone. Moving on, we have the Batman the Ride fire. In 2019, Batman the Ride at Six Flags Great Adventure caught fire with 16 riders still on board. The fire originated in the ride's electrical panel. All the riders were successfully rescued, but this ride has since been demolished. Next we have the Jetstar to crash. At Canopolis, there is a jet plane ride that flies guests above the lake. Well, in 2014, one of the engines failed, causing the aircraft to make an emergency landing on the water. It was supposed to have 6 people on board, but miraculously, all 8 were okay. Finally, we have the Joyride accident. This occurred on the opening day of the 2015 Minnesota State Fair. A woman filmed as her boyfriend went on the Joyride, which is also known as a Ferris wheel. Halfway through the ride, the basket suddenly dropped, plunging 30 feet to the ground. Luckily, it landed in a pile of mulch, so nobody was seriously injured. But now it's time to make your voice heard. Comment below which of these disasters was the most shocking. If you want a short to be made about more disasters, then please subscribe.